thank you for checking in with me. This is an important part of the process, where now that you've filed bankruptcy at your office, what happens next? The first thing is you're going to be receiving a packet in the mail from us, and also some information from the court. It's most important that you take the date and the time of the hearing that we're going to be going together and put it on your calendar and make sure you get the time off from work. It's very difficult to change those dates, and they can only be changed in the event of an emergency. The next thing you want to do is you want to print out the directions of where we're going to be going, whether it be Brockton or Boston, and familiarize yourself with how to get there. If you're going to Boston, the parking is difficult, and you most likely have to take advantage of the underground parking. So make sure that you familiarize yourself with where you're going to be going, so the day of the hearing, which you may be nervous, you'll know exactly where to go. You'll also want to make sure that you put aside your driver's license and social security card for the day of the hearing. If you appear without either one of these items, you'll not be going forward in the hearing. So if you need a social security card, make sure you apply for one. The fact that you've applied for one and the receipt is not enough. You'll actually have to have the card itself or some other evidence showing what your social security number on it. And it cannot be your tax returns. You have to have your card or some identification from the government showing this is your number. If you're going to the Chapter 13 meeting, you're going to want to make sure you bring a bank check or money order for the first payment. In the packet that you receive from my office, there'll be an amount of the check. And also, Tracy or Anne Marie, when you meet with them, will have given you that amount for the payment. Make sure you bring that payment. Again, if you don't bring that check with you, your case will be dismissed. You also want to make sure that you take the financial management course. You've already taken the credit counseling course in order to file. There's also a second course that you have to take called the financial management course. Before your case can go any further, you're going to need to take that second course. We'll be sending you a link to it, and you should take it immediately. At the meeting of creditors, you're going to be meeting with the trustee. The trustee is an attorney like myself. It's not a judge. You're not going in a courtroom, and you can pretty much wear your everyday clothes. They allocate between 5 and 6 minutes for each case. So as you can see by the length of time, you're not going to be there for a long period of time with the trustee. What he's going to be looking for is going to be looking for what assets that you have. If you have assets that are not exempt, for instance, a luxury item boat or a lot of jewelry or some other type of item that you don't need necessarily to live on, you can take those items and sell them for you to pay your creditors. And this will be explained to you prior to filing. You want to make sure also that you review all of your schedules prior to filing, because you may be questioned on it, whether it be your income or your debt or certain other financial information that's happened to you in the last couple of years. So you want to make sure you take the time before we meet with the trustee to understand the information. If you appear confused or uncertain, the trustee may be thinking that you'd be less than forthright. So please take the moment to look at those schedules. Also, my office will be sending you a list of frequently asked questions that come up time and time again with the trustees. The chances are that any of the questions that are going to be asked you are going to be on this list. So take the time, and if there's a question on you that's of concern to you, give us a call. Give myself or Tracy or Karen or Anne Marie a call, and we'll go through those questions with you to make sure that you're sufficiently prepared. And finally, don't worry. You put a lot of effort into preparing for this case. Our office has. There's nothing to be concerned about. We want to make sure, though, that everything is done accurate prior to filing. And if we need to make an amendment, call us immediately for it. Otherwise, you'll breeze through your hearing. I look forward to seeing you.